Study prep guide Csec. It is nice to be back with you. Today we'll be working a video, or we'll be working Csec HSB 2024 paper 2 for January. The dates on the questions are not arranged in a particular order. We're just going through them. So I apologize for that in advance. So without further ado, let's actually start. So this is section one. You need to answer all. They're inclusive of six sections, no, six questions, and you need to answer all of that. So the first question, it says name one other disease associated with an eye and describe how the disease develops. So it says on the first following statement, myopia, short sightedness, and hyperopia, long sightedness, are two diseases which affect the eye. Name one other diseases associated with the eye and describe how the disease develops. Dry sightedness, and this is due to weather conditions, bad weather conditions. This usually develops as scratchy feeling to the eyes, and four develops to a red eye, more on the late or more on the latter future, usually 3 to 4 days. State one form of treatment for the disease name in a eye or dry sightedness. Treatment usually includes eye drops and change in your lifestyle. Due to weather conditions and weather climate and humidity, it that will highly, and that is usually how dry sightedness is obtained due to weather, due to bad weather conditions. Moving on, for question two, it says define the term passive transport. When you listen or when you hear of the term passive, we think of not requiring energy, right? So, passive transport, as defined, is a biological process where substances move across a cell membranes without the use of energy. And likewise, active transport is the exact opposite of passive transport. Active transport is a biological process where substances move across a cell membranes with the use of energy. So you could just take that and just abbreviate it, and then you will get active transport. Passive transport and active transport are totally opposite things. So it says here for II, state two examples of active transport in the human body: primary transport and secondary transport. So figures 3 show a comparison with the number of deaths per 100 resulting from diabetes and hypertension in males and females of different age groups. Identify the gender, male or female, that has a higher number of deaths and suggest one reasons why this may have occurred. So first of all, males have a higher death rate if you look at the data provided. The reason for this is due to the fact that the female, biologically by birth, because they are the receptive of the two males, of the two sexes between male and female, their genetical makeup is very stronger compared to men. So they have a genetically stronger immune system to certain diseases, and generally to all diseases. They have a general resilience to it because of their genetical makeup. So for B, figure I and figure 2 show light from an object passing through the cornea and lens of an eye. Usually when the light is passing through the lens or the cornea, they start to contract, they start to focus. So if you look at the retina for figure 1 is not where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be at the back end side of the object. You could see right there where I'm putting my mouse right now. The retina is supposed to be there. The retina in figure 1 is not there. So you could basically conclude from that that the information provided does not make any sense. So the object that is being clearly seen is figure 2. So identify the process which has occurred in order for the object to be clearly seen, which is the concentration of the pupil, or the concentration of light in the pupil. It's just generally concentration. So Describe the physical changes that occur in the eye during the process. Identify. The process that allows your eyes to concentrate lights involves several key features. For example, the cornea, right? The clear front layer of this eye bends the light into the eyes. That's a function, or that's the first process. The second process with the lens. The transparent structure that changes shapes adjusts focus. The adjustment of the focus is done by the lens. And then the opening of the eye, which is the receptor of light or the contractor of light, is the pupil. And the retina, which is at the back end of the eye where light is focused to create images in the brain. And the retina is not at the back in the brain. That does not make sense. It is at the back inside of the eye, as we seen in the diagram beforehand. So define the term plasma, and state how plasma differs from syrup. So plasma is a straw-colored liquid that makes up around 55% of total blood content. So it's in relation to blood. How do plasma and serum differ? They differ in three main categories: composition, clotting factors, and volumes. Plasma has clotting agents like fibrogen, whereas serum does not contain any clotting factors. Serum typically has a lower volume compared to plasma because of its rigorous density and its rigorous supply also. Plasma contains blood cells, clotting factors, and other proteins, while serum is a liquid part of blood that lacks these components. So it might be oxygenated on the plasma side, but not on the serum side. So Rihonda eats lots of salty snacks and does not drink much water. As a result, her blood has a very high salt content. Right? Explain how Rihonda's condition might impact the movement of water between her tissues and capillaries. And this is very easy to explain. Due to the deficiencies in certain vital bodily elements such as vitamin A, vitamin D, etc., etc., this could lead to malnutrition in deficiency affecting the heart rate and affecting the tissues by destroying them, since the tissues won't be able to repair each other because they need necessary materials such as vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. And decrease the full capacity of tissue cells and capillaries. When they die, they will take longer to repair themselves. And the capillaries that usually process blood and all these things, the whole process will be basically distinct, dis- um, degenerated. They will be generally degenerated. Cardiovascular tension, cardiovascular issues and diseases may occur due to this. So, quick note for you guys watching out there. Um, For the moment, 90.4% of you are not subscribed. 9.6% is subscribed. So if you want to really get that up, quick note, please subscribe, hit notification bell, and that's about it. Quick note. So that's it, guys. Subscribe, hit notification bell. See you guys on the next video. See you, sec.
Watch my 9mm go bang. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang. Watch my 9mm go bang. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang. Player haters, masturbators, bitches all up in my shit. Living scared, you know you did. Walking around with a cripple leg, heavy score, tried to take my shit. Fucking with the rhythm kick. M-A-G-N-O-L-I-A, that is where your ass will let you.